speculate about whether WWE 2K22 is any good or not?
Look, we could do that for a while. I think I could do that. Do you know, right? So, I was reading a news article today about how Rey Mysterio is the cover star and the person who's featured in its showcase
In
mode
the
or whatever
showcase or whatever,
this time.
Mhm.
But because because characters like people like Kurt Angle aren't in the game, they can't feature his biggest world title win at WrestleMania. I think it was 22, because they don't have Kurt Angle to put into that match. So they've done a showcase mode without some of his biggest. They can't even do Chavo Guerrero
sign
isn't
off
even
on
in the
that.
game. Chavo Guerrero isn't
They couldn't
in the
just
game,
give a bunch of money to somebody.
Yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous that you're so you guys did a showcase mode, and some of the biggest points in this person's career you can't recreate because this just, I don't know. It seems so poorly planned. I'm waiting for this. Have you seen some of the stuff going on? I've seen screenshots of either the general manager mode or the story mode, and it looks insane.
Do you
Some
mean
of the
good or bad?
Bad,
Yeah.
stuff I think was it Ryan posted that there was a
I think it was
stipulation
Greg.
about. Was it Greg? Yeah, it was Greg. Sorry, posted about Otis beating up Otis because he'd eaten everything in cafeteria.
Seems
He'd
fair.
eaten everything, so that was your objective was to beat him up because of that. It just. I don't know.
That's
There's some weird shit going on.
The funniest line I've seen is there's apparently a line in the game where someone says, Cesaro would never want to leave SmackDown, or something like that.
Oh boy, that's a yikes.
that was
So
pretty
is this show just a wrestling show? Do we just talk wrestling every week, or
I don't know. The funny thing is, so I was thinking
Every
about,
fortnight, yeah.
considering it's the first recording, a very inside baseball would make sense. And I mean, I feel like these recordings will get inside baseball anyway. But I was thinking about this today a lot, right? Trying to plan the quote unquote plan the show. I'm like, do I just record and then for example, that last 3 minutes of WWE 2K talk. But then if we now start talking about something interesting, technically I could just cut that and be like, that's not necessary.
you
know what
can
I mean?
you can pick and choose what is. You can cherry pick. That is the luxury. I came with a story today of Kieran's life.
Well, yeah,
and
this is
why
going
I
on thing. I
reckon-
feel this is my legit plan for this show. Unless, and look, I'll put it out there now. Here's my, and we're saying it on public terms, so everyone knows. The plan for this show is it's fortnightly, and then if it sucks fortnightly, we can take it to third or once a month.
If it sucks fortnightly,
I mean, I was just saying, we
if
can
it
move
sucks
it forward or
fortnightly,
backwards, but there's,
we do the thing that we said we weren't going to do, and we put it behind a paywall.
yeah, we'll put it
If
behind
it
the
sucks.
If it
If
sucks,
we'll put it behind a paywall.
But my only other plan for the
Um,
show was literally the core concept, which is just talk about whatever. So in that regard, I feel like we'll just get on here, and if we start talking about stuff, then we'll start talking about stuff. Currently, we're talking about stuff, which is this stuff. We're talking about the stuff, which is
we were
meta.
talking about stuff.
Oh,
and
the
then
thing
it's
is, right, I feel we were. Also, at the same time, I feel like if we ever just have a show that we're quiet for half an hour, we just release the half an hour of silence.
No.
And
that's
yeah.
because
No,
no, because isn't that brilliant? Because somebody would be sat there listening to it being like, there's no shot this is half an hour of silence, right? And there's no way they could scrub through the entire audio to find the one that we just
No,
sure, you
that's-
could.
get
You
on.
just save it in an
Get on.
Audacity or
Yeah.
something, and
Oh
then
my
you
God,
just see
that's
where
so
the
much
audio
effort.
actually spikes.
My backup plan is if no one really comes in and the conversation doesn't start el natural, I'm always just going to go to Ciaran.
it was gonna me. Damn,
Yeah, I'm always going to go to
That's
you
fine.
and ask what's been happening
That's
in
fair.
your world, because I feel like if I ever go, hey Ash, what's been happening in your world, the answer is
Not
going to be
much.
not much. Yeah. Whereas I
Not
feel like
much,
if I'm
or he's-
seeking a story or something to kickstart a conversation, I can at least feel like I could somewhat rely on Ciaran the majority of the time to have something happening.
The most
Do you-
most interesting thing that's happened to me this week is one of my younger co-workers apparently has not heard the rumor about Scott Morrison before.
What? Oh, shitting in the
What?
what's it called?
The Mac is a negative.
Yeah. You never heard that? How old is he?
He had never heard that, so we had to bring up a couple of news stories on the work computer.
Oh my
Okay.
God, that is.
How
wait,
old is
I
he?
love
How
how
old is
that
this
is the most
20 something.
Oh, that's come on now.
I love it that is the most interesting thing of your week when your city is underwater.
Well, it's receded. It's in the cleanup phase.
It's receded. It's fine now.
I mean, it's not
old
fine.
news.
I
Let's
mean,
not talk
like,
about it.
I mean, some places are like pretty bad. Like, I know. I just read an article like Toombul Shopping Centre, which is like a shopping centre I used to go to because one of my relatives used to live near there. They're going to be out for like 6 months because of the damage. Like, that car park would like flood like anytime there was heavy rain, but like it was.
Can I say
underwater.
also, as someone, in the clear over here,
Yeah.
that when, and I feel like I surely can speak for everyone, when I saw the news story, was it yesterday, where they're like, oh, they're sending in like a bunch of army people from wherever or whatever, I literally was kind of like...
It's a bit late, eh?
It's literally, like, if what Ash wants to use the receding, he lives there, he can use it, but I'm like, it's literally like waiting for everyone, in class. It's like everyone clean up the gym now, clean up the gym, and you like hide somewhere. And the last 2 minutes, you're walking and go like pick up one thing, put it in the bin, and be like, "Fucking helped, miss." Like the army's gonna fly in and be like, "Yeah, we're here to help," and everyone's gonna be like, "Where the fuck were you 2 weeks ago?" Like,
yeah, I think the worst of it was like over the weekend of the 28th of February.
So where the fuck?
It's been like over a week.
Fucking ridiculous.
Damn.
I can't believe that. I saw
as long as they're helping
had to
clean
check
up,
the
I think
date.
that's the hardest part, kind of.
I mean, people could have used help like getting things out of homes and carrying loved ones to safety. I don't know, like all this sort of shit. But that's just
true.
me. Crazy idea. Hey.
No. What were the army doing this entire time? Probably like preparing to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say preparing for dude, like there's probably a lighter topic that's gonna make people laugh at my misfortune. Does anybody ever feel like their own brain hates them? Like, do you ever feel like your brain is always out to get you? Because that's my brain, and some dumb shit happens to me, as people and listeners of this podcast may know. Yes, right. It's a common thing, right? I call people, I don't know why, I call people like names, like Buddy. Buddy is my go-to, right? And Buddy is the key aspect to this story. I call people, not that, look, outside of my life when Buddy isn't around, it's fine.
Awkward.
You two, you're like...
when yous are around.
It's when yous are around, everybody else.
Sometimes we get the
fine,
podcast and you say to me, you're like, "Hey, buddy," and then Buddy comes in, you're like, "Hey, buddy."
Exactly, I know, right? And that's just my thing. And I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and my brain went, "I'll talk to you later, buddy." What came out of my mouth was, "I'll talk to you later, babe," and this then proceeded by
your subconscious like speaking for you?
I don't know. And then this was followed by a period of like complete silence between the two of us. And then they said, "What did you just say?" And then I said, I'll talk to you later, buddy." And then that was then followed by another small period of silence where I thought I had internal screaming happening, but really it was like minor external screaming. Because I started laughing at myself in a very high-pitched manner. And these are just situations I get myself into. Like,
did you think your high-pitched screaming was so like too high for the human ear to hear? Is that what you were going for?
No, I don't know. It was just a whole situation of my brain shut down from embarrassment. Like, my brain literally just collapsed in on itself. And, it was only like 9:30 in the morning. So I was like, this is going to be a shit day. This is going to be a day where everything's going to go against me. Need more caffeine. I then later in the day went to the administration building of my works. Thought the door was locked.
Hey, babe.
Messaged somebody to come. What?
He was like, "Hey, babe," to the security.
Hey, babe. I was like, "Hey, babe," to the door. No. I messaged somebody to come let me in. As they're walking up to the door, I all of a sudden realized that the door is a push door, not a pull door, and just opened the door for myself. These are just, yesterday was a bad day. Like, just in general, yesterday was just like a day of like, not bad, like nothing actually bad happened. It was just not my day. It's just one of those days where you roll out of bed and you go, should have just rolled back into bed and just went to sleep. Would have been fine. And then no. Actually, this is the lead on to how my day continued to get worse. That wasn't my fault. My newer job, we manufacture stuff, and one of the ingredients we need is Parmesan cheese.
Yep.
Parmesan cheese. Just
Sounds
stinky
good.
cheese if she's never.
Does your workplace just smell like it would kill me?
No, because it's some of it, yes, because part of it is a creamery, so there is a lot of dairy that goes in, but other part of it makes a lot of pretty well known bits and pieces. And so one of the things is Parmesan cheese, and there was a box, there's a box of Parmesan cheese that had been left in our warehouse, and it's been in our warehouse for probably 3 or 4 weeks. And the debate is, should this Parmesan cheese have been in the warehouse? Because, most people think
is it meant to be refrigerated? Yeah.
It's very refrigerated. I'll skip to that part of the story. It's an ambient product because it's just the flavor of Parmesan cheese, so it doesn't actually need to be refrigerated.
Ooh.
But, so I saw the person carrying this box. They walked past me, and I could fucking smell that box like 5 meters away.
That's a sentence.
As I was walking towards it, I could fucking smell. I was like, this is the worst. So I walked past and did what I was doing, come back to my office, where their desk is, talk to them about something, and I was like, I could smell this box of cheese. And I was like, man, that's a fucking stinky box of cheese. I can't see the box, though, at this point. And I'm talking to the person, and I'm asking a couple questions. I turn around to go into my office, and sat on the empty desk next to my desk is this box of Parmesan cheese. And my office is like a small, non-ventilated office that has a window that doesn't open and 2 doors on it. And I turn around and go, why? And my colleague was like, well, I didn't want it on my desk, so I just put it on your desk. I thought you'd want, your office to smell like pasta. And I had a bit of a mental breakdown as they started talking about, I seem like the type of person that like carbonara. And then for the next maybe hour or two at work, every door in our office was open because I would not sit. It was putrid. It was actually the worst. Yesterday was just not a day for me to kick goals.
Ciaran, 2 questions.
I was like, Ash has been like keeping stuff. Yeah.
Do you actually like pasta?
I love pasta. Pasta is the best.
So he had you pegged.
Don't he had me pegged. Maybe not as heavy on the Parmesan cheese, but definitely.
You're like, he was judging me, but he was correct.
He was correct. No, I was never talking about the validity of this man's choice in me liking pasta. What was your second question, though?
Yeah, do you reckon we should bring back masks? I think, that might have helped a little bit,
No, masks what?
What's everyone? So,
try and block some of the smell.
to go transition quickly. So, tonight, or as I'm recording, when we're recording this, they lifted the mask mandate for retail workers. They previously last week lifted the mask mandate for
everybody,
for like people going into shops or whatever, but I still had to wear a mask and that sort of thing. Now they've changed that. Where's everyone else at? Because I can't keep up sometimes with what.
I don't know if they've changed it, but we were, as of last week, was only people in.
It's like nightclubs
retail,
and stuff here that have to do it. Nightclubs
retail
and bars.
and like no, I think it was like hospitality and stuff. I don't know about retail.
Oh, and like hospitals and doctors.
Yeah, of course, like the place where it's kind of a little bit smarter, I guess. But what about you, Ash? Are you currently? He's looking up. He's currently researching.
He's like I don't even know that.
I was pretty sure it's like obviously healthcare, public transport, and airports. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's it. So do you wear a mask? Do you wear a mask at work then, Ash, or no?
No, I don't.
No, but that's because
purely it's that is just easier to communicate with the customers because they're all old and can't hear properly.
Okay, so you don't feel like worried. You feel comfortable.
I mean, out of the 2 people, I'm the less likely to die from.
How are you going, Dylan? Because I guess I don't feel that bad with it because I'm not in retail or not in a customer-facing industry anymore. How are you on it?
How long have you been in masks, though?
Fuck. I don't know. That's a good question.
It's at least 2 years. It's got to be like roughly 2 years. Probably not quite. Like
our
18
mask
months.
mandate was we only started mask mandates when we opened the borders, which I think was like the end of last year, maybe late October. No, probably November-ish, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. I think that's when they opened the borders officially. It was like November-ish, I think. Maybe? Or either way. So let's say 4 or 5 months, I guess. Something like that. So definitely not as long as I can't complain too much, as like we've had it pretty good. Yeah. But I feel like I went for a thing where I got really sick. Like I was okay with it for like the first month, and then on the second month I was like, I'm fucking over this. You know? And now the weird thing I was having today, like as I was leaving work, I was discussing with some people where I'm like, and they because it hit 5 o'clock, and a lot of people were like, woo, you know, like
masks off,
masks off,
yeah.
And I left mine on, and I'm still sort of like, I think I will continue wearing one, like most of the time. I think I'll take it off sometimes if I'm not around, like if I'm not around customers or whatever. That's fine, because like I already am around colleagues in the lunchroom, I guess, without it. So it's like at that stage, whatever. But sometimes, or maybe depending on the customer, which sounds really bad to judge them, but like sometimes.
I mean, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either.
Because even the other day, some woman.
There are certain customers, after I handle their money, it's like, where's the hand sanitizer?
Yeah, exactly. So
the worst one, and this is my own pet peeve from working in McDonald's as a kid, but I used to get, as a teenager, I used to get people hand me money out of their bras, and I was not okay with that.
That is not okay.
Especially when it was like a 40-degree day and like you get the money and the money's a little wet.
Got some boob
That's
sweat.
not okay, people. I understand it's convenient.
Women's clothes does not have pockets.
Does not include pockets. The same time, please don't.
Why don't they put pockets in the bra then? Like in the front of the bra?
That would be okay. I feel like that'd be like, I don't know. It'd be annoying. This is as 3 men talk about this. Like, you know, we can't really.
I mean, you're not going to put like a bunch of coins in there.
No,
it's just a couple of notes.
I will say, as we go back to the mask thing, as 2 other fellow glasses wearers, one thing I continue to not dislike, but it was like a nice it was a frustrating thing eventually, is yes, your glasses would fog up because of the mask every now and then. But for some reason, regularly, and this is even people who I didn't know or just strangers in a shop, would like almost go out of their way to come and give me tips on things I could do to stop that from happening.
Fogging? Yeah.
Like the fogging, yeah. They'd be like, oh, you know, if you get some like double-sided tape and tape up the edges of the mask, or if you get like a tissue and like roll the tissue up and put that under the nose, or like just a whole bunch. People would always have like, if you could get this like bottle stuff that you spritz onto your glasses to stop.
I did try that. Yeah. That didn't work.
It is very effective. You should come buy with some more.
No, I didn't. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me at all.
No, it didn't work. Okay.
No. I tried it. It's fucking rubbish.
See, I'm the weird one where I've had barely any issues with my glasses fogging up.
Maybe it's your glasses design.
I think it could be like I know. Like I think I got like new glasses like right before the mandate, maybe. Or like I remember because I got special lenses, like more expensive lenses, because it was like on a Black Friday sale or whatever, so it was all discounted or whatever. So, but yeah,
is it like
for
the
most part,
it's like, stuff though? Because I have that.
I think so, maybe. Yeah. I don't know, or anti-fog or
maybe
whatever.
because yours is fresh though. Maybe
but I think it's just
like
you just need to like keep it as tight as possible around.
Well, yeah. So what I worked out to do is you have to put the mask on under, lift your glasses up, and then sort of push it up and over, so the mask is sort of under your glasses as well.
Doesn't that mean like the mask is like?
Yeah, it means it's like sort of there. Yeah, it's higher, but
yeah,
that just seems annoying.
I mean, well, it's less annoying than your glasses fogging up.
Yeah, it's less annoying than fogging up consistently. Yeah.
Also, it stopped being about tissues being in my pockets when I did my washing, and more about fuck, I left a mask in my pocket. Shit.
Really?
Every time. Yeah, no, and even though I checked, because I don't know, probably a lot of other people didn't. They got to a point where I stopped. Like, when the mask mandates first happened, into the good portion of it, maybe the last couple of months, I had reusable masks where I would wash them and stuff. Eventually got to the point where I kind of just said, fuck it, like, and just used the changeable masks.
That's exactly
those
what
ones?
that's more or less what I went through too, to be honest.
Where I was like, I feel like, oh, this is cool, this is nice, have
Wasteful.
a mask, blah, blah, blah. And then it's just like, look, anywhere I need to go, if I need to swap my mask over, there's going to be masks. I used to grab a new mask every day when I went to work because you're supposed to grab a new mask.
Mhm.
Like, it was just
I've got-
easier than...
So there's like a box at the front door, so I just take one every day, a fresh one, and then work out some if I ever forgot. My reusable ones I'd wear on my days off and stuff because I found that the the washable ones or whatever, the like cloth ones, I wouldn't mind wearing those if I was wandering around town, go watch a movie, etc., etc., etc. But doing like the 8 to 9 hour day at work, I just preferred that. I actually ended up finding the disposable one, comfier for like a long period of time.
Yep.
So
I
That's
just
what
think
I
they
know.
got used to my face, and then they just shaped. my
They
face.
got used to my face. There was like a honeymoon period where everything was great. Then there was a few teething problems where, don't know about this. And then you guys, the
And
mask
it was
in your
all
face
worked out, and we just
That's nice.
put up with each other for the rest of the period in which we were together. Yeah, like most
That
marriages.
That is appreciative. I think I'll be interested next week because AFL comes back next weekend.
Mm.
So I will be at the first Hawthorn game of the year, which Hawthorn North Melbourne will not have that big of a crowd. So it's not like I'll be surrounded
That's
by
fair.
heaps of people. But it'll be interesting. And like I've built up, if you follow me on Twitter, I failed at getting the Foo Fighters tickets to the recent Geelong concert, but did this week secure tickets for the end of year concert tour. So I'll be interested to see how
What, are they coming back to Geelong?
they're coming. No, they're coming back to do a Australia New Zealand tour.
Oh.
So they'll be doing.
So
I'll be going.
So they're
to
not doing
Melbourne.
a Geelong's show.
Not at
Like,
Geelong.
oh,
so,
never again.
no. Never again. Well, it fucking rained, so that was part. Like, I was kind of glad I didn't go because it fucking tipped it down. When
I
they
got
were
a
playing,
sport related thing I just remembered.
no, go for it. What's your sport related thing?
It's not a bit. Shout outs to the AFL. I saw they did that good deed by coming down to the Devonport and put on a exhibition game.
Yeah,
not last week,
no,
but
they
the
did.
week
That
before.
was the Hawthorn Richmond game
Yeah.
where we got slightly pummeled, but it's fine.
I saw the
Like, it
news
was-
and
it was
everyone's
for a
like,
good-
all these girls, like the girls, they kept asking people like, who you here to see? And everyone's like, Richo. Oh no, he's not here. You fucking fools! Crazy. Even I knew that. You know what I mean? Like,
you
even I knew that. Yeah, there.
even
You don't play
even
for them
you
anymore.
do
Winner.
that.
Sports points. This guy.
Sports. We got a grandstand guru over here, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Are you excited for like other sports to come back? Actually, I know you're a cricket fan, so you've had cricket, but
Yeah,
NRL come back.
I'm happy to follow it. I like follow along like casually. Like I've been following the NBA like kind of casually over the season, so that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean,
That's
it's just
fine.
another thing.
I've I think I need to not watch Premier League for a little bit because Chelsea just got all of its sanctions because of
Ooh, that's rough.
Abramovich, and it's fucking rough.
I mean, it's
understand why
really
they're
rough
doing it.
after he come out and said, "Hey, I'm going to sell everything."
I'm gonna sell. No, but that's the worst thing, right? I'm gonna sell the club, and they have turned around to him and said, "You can't sell the club."
And he was like giving the money to charity, right? That was the thing.
Yeah,
Like-
that was the thing. He was doing it in a way that seemed to be
Best for
like
everybody.
move the club on, best for everybody. And they have said, no, you can't sell the club until we say you can. No players can get new contracts or new extensions, which is like
That's
half of
death.
the team's
death to a colour.
defense for it coming up. A whole bunch of it. No away fans at Stamford Bridge. Only season ticket holders at Stamford Bridge.
Wow.
It is, for me, it seems a bit overboard. I understand and support the fact that more and more companies are cutting off support and their businesses in Russia currently. I think that's a great thing that they're doing. But that one there for me, I'm like, that's a little overboard.
Yeah, a little bit. Did you see the story going around that Russia might like legalize piracy because everybody's pulling stuff out?
Legal? What?
Yeah,
I
because
did
they
not
can't
this.
get software anymore because all the companies are pulling out there. So Russia is like so goes the news story that was posted a couple hours ago, I guess. That's where I saw it anyway. They're like, Russia's now moving to legalize piracy so people can actually get access to programs and software from companies who have pulled out and no longer supporting Russia. So
I look forward to Pirate Bay and Torrens like coming out with announcements saying they're shutting down their sites so they can fight again. Stop Russia getting more software.
No. Pirate Bay should work, but only
Only everywhere
like,
else,
yeah.
But like somehow like VPN their content's only like terrible, like useless stuff. Like is able to be downloaded. Not
the only
Windows
thing you can
98.
download is
Windows.
you can
98,
only download Rick Astley. Is never going to give you up.
Damn, that'd be great.
And with that note, on the first official episode, and having to cut the first official thing on the first official episode, let's record Arcade Couch.
Who said the thing? I don't know.
That's the thing. Who will know?